Check this out. It's a look at a video game developed by two local college students. Both attend RIT, and both grew up in the area as well. Video game not only very cool, but award-winning. They took home a top prize in Microsoft's U.S. Imagine Cup National Finals. Will now go on to compete for bigger prizes in the upcoming World Semifinals. Joining me now, the two young men we are talking about here this morning, Dan Plate, Gary Porter. They created the game called Super Daryl Deluxe. Welcome, guys, and congrats.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to show some more video of the game. Tell us a little bit about it, what it's all about, and how you play.
Sure. So Super Daryl Deluxe is a 2D action RPG. And the idea is that you customize your own combat system as you play, so the game can never get stale or repetitive, because you're constantly changing the main gameplay mechanic.
Okay. How did you guys come up with the idea?
Well, when I started to go to RIT for game design, I thought that I said I wanted to make a game based on our high school. So it started out as kind of like an inside joke, a lot of like stuff based on our high school, but eventually it turned into something, much more than that. And I guess here we are today.
Now, the high school in the video games, was it Waterford or something?
Yeah, it's Waterfalls High School.
Waterfalls, and you both went to Waterloo High School.
Yeah, so
which is pretty cool.
Yeah, we took Seneca Falls and Waterloo and kind of stuck it together.
Very cool. I grew up in Geneva, so I know both of those areas very well. All right, so you entered this in Microsoft's U.S. Imagine competition, or Imagine Cup, made it to the national finals, and what happened? What was that experience like?
That was absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we couldn't believe that we actually made it, first of all. But then we went out there, and just to be, at Microsoft in San Francisco was absolutely insane. Something we never thought we could do. And I guess when they called our names as being the winners of that, I mean, we didn't believe it. At first we kind of said, we looked at each other, we're just like, what? Like, did we hear that right?
Some mistake must have been made.
Yeah.
I don't think so. It's pretty remarkable. What was the competition like? Pretty crazy?
Pretty crazy.
Yeah. They were, like I said, when we were watching the other games pitches, we were in our seats. We were like, oh man, there's no way we're gonna be able to do this. But
yeah, and you did. And it's okay. So now the next step, you won the nationals. Now you're going to the World Semifinals. I can only imagine what that's going to be like. Did you guys actually travel to the competition?
No, the World Semifinals is just an online round. Due tonight, I think, actually, some stuff we had to submit. But if we make it through that, we'll go to Seattle in July.
Wow. So the judges are actually going to play your game, check it out, and then make a decision?
Something like that.
Yeah, I mean, we can only imagine.
What's the prize money like for the world competition?
So what they have listed on the website, it seems like every category, there's games, innovation, and world citizenship. The top prize is $50,000. And it seems to be for each category. So.
Yeah. You guys, as we mentioned, both grew up in Waterloo, New York, best friends in high school.
That's what they say.
and then you got together, you both went to RIT, both go to RIT, and started working on this project. Have you developed any other games, or is this is it?
I've developed some myself for school, because I'm a game design major, but it's our first project together. And I think.
And you're still best friends?
Yeah, somehow. I don't know how we made it. I don't know how we made it.
Well, now we have to be. We're legally obligated now.
You're legally obligated.
Yeah.
You're tied in. What was the work involved in this? If you could put in hour amounts on how much you put into this.
So I've been working full time, I guess, since last August.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, we've been working for about 3 years on this. And I mean, that's been on and off, but for the last year or so, yeah, it's, I mean, hundreds of hours easily.
Wow. Well, let's talk about RIT and how the college supported you in all of this.
Sure. So, there are a lot of faculty at RIT that helped out a lot. I took an independent study there underneath one professor who helped me a lot. But not only that, but Magic Spell Studios at RIT is kind of a separate entity from my department, and we're partnered with them, and they've helped us a lot. They brought us to GDC. In fact, Imagine Cup was introduced to me by one of my professors this semester.
Really? So it's called Magic Plus Studios?
Magic Spell Studios.
Magic Spell Studio. Tell me a little bit about that for those who don't know what that's all about.
Yeah, so Magic Spell Studios is a studio that's separate from RIT in a way. It's still on campus, but they help students, realize their dreams of becoming game designers, essentially. But it's kind of twofold. We're just partnered with them. We work with them. They work with us. We try to help each other out. They bring us to events like GDC in San Francisco and stuff. And I mean, so far, a lot of our success can be, we owe them credit. So.
Well, it sounds like you guys put a lot of work into it as well. What does the future hold for you, sir?
Me?
Yes.
Well, 2 years ago, I was studying art education.
Oh, wow.
So now I'm making a video game. So
who knows what the world holds, right?
yeah, I like to play it by ear.
Yeah. Is this something you guys want to continue into a career?
I'm enjoying it so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think you have quite a resume thus far right now, and just exemplifies the great work there at RIT. Best of luck to you guys. So the semifinals, if you make that, you go on to the finals, I assume, then, right?
Yep.
All right. That hopefully you will travel somewhere cool, right?
Yeah.
Like San Francisco.
We're going to Seattle for the World Finals.
All right. Guys, thank you very much. Keep us posted on your progress. Okay?
Of course.
For more information on the video game and to even play a demo, you can head to our website, WHEC.com. All you have to do is click on web links to check it out. A big thank you to all of our guests today. If you would like to be a guest on Rochester